What do we think? How many fish did they release into the lake? Yeah, they released 5. How do we know it's 5? It's what's being multiplied against our base. It was 5 times b to the x. That means our principal is 5. Typically, we write this equation as our amount equals that, my screen does not want to write, base to the x. So since we had that 5 in the front there, that means this guy was our principal. That's what we started with. So we started with 5 fish. So if at 8 weeks they had 33 fish, what does that mean happening to our growth rate? Or what does that mean is our growth rate? How do we find our B? More specific. We gotta set the whole thing up first. We put 33 in for A. This is the amount that we have right now. So we have our 33, because that is the number of fish that we have. It's our amount right now. We have our principal. We know that was our, not the right pen, 5. B is what we're trying to find. What's going to go in for X? 8. It was our unit of time. So B to the 8th. So what do we do to try and find B? Divide by 5. So we get 33 divided by 5. 33 divided by 5 gives us 6.6. You can do it as a decimal or you can have it as a fraction, whichever way makes your brain less itchy. Just because some of us will look at fractions and go, ugh. Some of us will look at decimals and go, ugh. So whichever way makes your brain cringe less, do it that way. What do I do to get B by itself here?
Square root by 8.
Yeah, we're going to take our, it feels like a square root, but it's an 8th root. I need to unexponent this thing. I want to be able to take and get rid of that 8. So we're going to take, it's called the 8th root, and we do that on our calculator. So just as a reminder on how we do that, I'm going to pull the calculator up. It's going to load for a second. It's thinking. All right. So if we want to have our 8th root, we're going to start by putting in that 8 that we want to be in front of our radical. Then you hit the green button and the exponent key. That 8 should shrink. That makes it the 8th root. If your 8 did not shrink, you're doing 8 times the square root, which is not the same thing. Your 8 needs to shrink and be teeny tiny. Then we can put our 6.6 inside. Or you can put, it was like if you are a anti-decimal person and you want to put the, fraction in, same vibe. 8th root of our fraction. 33 over 5. Either way, you should get here. 8th root of 6.6. Same thing. You get the exact same thing. We get 1.2660707, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go ahead and grab 3 decimal places. They don't tell us where they're on, but that's what I'm going to grab. So our base is that 1.266. So that's what this B is. So what is our growth factor? If we're looking at our equation, because I could rewrite this whole thing fully filled in now, times our 1.266 to the x. What is our growth factor? 1.266. It's the whole base, that whole piece that has the exponent. What is our growth rate? Yeah, so we have a couple of ways of writing it. Ralt. That is not how we spell rate. There we go. So our rate is either as a decimal, that's 0.266, or as a percent, 26.6%. percent. Both would be okay as our rate. Sometimes we will specify that we want our rate as our decimal. Sometimes we don't specify, and it's okay if it's a decimal instead of a percent. So these fish are reproducing at a rate of 26% growth each week. That is some very fast growing fish. So part C that they have on this page is kind of a hypothetical theoretical. So we're going to look at C real quick. Hypothetically, if B was 2, so they're saying starting over, brand new, not solving for B, if they handed us an equation that was P of X, same starting amount of 5, but now we figured out B is 2. So hypothetically, theoretically, just looking at this guy, what is our growth factor? They don't ask this part, but I'm going to. Our growth factor is 2. What is our growth rate? 1. Or as a percent? It would be 100%. So it is increasing or growing by 100% per week. Or what's another way we could say this? It's doubling. This is doubling or growing by 100% per week. So if it had a base of 2, we could say that it's doubling or that it was having a growth rate of 100% or growing by 100% per week. So we can still find R even if we have whole number bases. It's just looking at the relationship between those two pieces. Okay, so if we don't have any other times really we talk about doubling for a hot minute. Okay, questions on this one? Okay. So we have about 15 minutes, and you guys have another homework. Oh, snap, look at that. It is multiple choice. I believe entirely, but let me double check. But homework 3 should be up there. I believe that leaves us with just 1, maybe 2 homeworks after that. Yes, sir.
So after this chapter, will we start the
Reviewing for final. Yep. Yeah. I'm just double checking this. It is entirely multiple choice or matching. So you do not have to type a dang thing. So looking at pieces, giving things a try, seeing what we can see, what we can notice. Okay? I try and give you guys time to work in class when you have a homework assignment because I know we're probably not going to do it at home. Especially with this weekend being as busy as it is. So use this time, work on stuff. Work on homework 3. We only have 1 more homework after this, then it's the project, then it's reviewing for finals. So work on stuff.